making its way into the storm, taking plenty of data, recording all that this hurricane is throwing at the plane, and then all of a sudden things level out.
Look at the eye of the storm.
Where it is calm and quiet.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Knowing that these hurricane hunters yesterday.
The video that was on the TV of the plane, Pat was telling me those are hurricane hunters, and they're like meteorologists and Air Force pilots and things that go and take the measurements for all of the information that we see about the hurricane. Now, I knew that people did that, but I didn't realize that they flew actually, like, literally cross-section through the hurricane. I always thought they flew above it or something, or they got the measurements from the ground. But yeah, they were saying that these hurricane hunters flew through the storm yesterday to collect all that data, and yeah, I guess they constantly go through, but that video was from yesterday, and I was like, you could not pay me enough money. Everything is good here. We should be getting a few heavier gusts coming up, but what would you say the highest wind gusts are right now? Like 50, 60 something. So our fingers are crossed that it just stays like this. I've been doing Snapchat, so all is well. We're just watching the news, eating breakfast, just kind of looking out the window, making sure stuff isn't blowing around out there. Grayson slept really well. I was very surprised because he was in our room, and like our bathroom is also in there, so whenever Pat and I had to get up to go to the bathroom, we had to pass Grayson. You know, the light and the toilet flushing and everything is kind of loud, but he slept pretty good.
Flown through this hurricane 90 times, Tarah.
Wow. So it's about 9:30, and we are experiencing nothing more than like typical severe thunderstorm type weather. The rain has kind of died down. The wind isn't like anything severe. My fingers are crossed. Hopefully this is the worst of it. The eye of the storm stayed further off the coast than was expected yesterday, so further inland, like where we are, we aren't getting this, like the storm effects or, you know, the severe weather that the coast is still getting. The coast has been seeing like 100+ mile-an-hour winds. We're only getting gusts of like 60 or 70. We still have power and everything. And hopefully the day just kind of goes on like this without much of an update. So, and I'm also glad that we did board up our windows. You never know, like if somebody forgot to tie down their patio furniture or anything, like in even 60, 70 mile-an-hour winds, like things of that nature could become a torpedo and go straight through your window. So, you know, you prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And I think that's what we're doing at the moment. One of my medications for pneumonia that the teledoc prescribed me is an inhaler. I've never used an inhaler before. This is fun. Yeah, wind looks about the same. It's just like small debris. I'm completely enclosed. I just wanted to like feel the breeze because from inside it doesn't look like a lot, but when you're out here it really is like windy, and there's like little small debris flying around everywhere. There's a big gust. Yeah, big gust. I think if it were any stronger, I would be scared. I don't know how people stayed on the barrier islands. I don't know how they did it. I would be out of my mind, freaked out. All right, I'm gonna go back inside because it's getting really, really windy. All right, going back inside. Sounds like a lion. So I realized that I have not posted an update on Hurricane Matthew in quite a while. I think I last vlogged like late morning, early afternoon, and things have been really, really good like around here. The wind, we got pretty much major gusts around 10 o'clock this morning, and they were only about 40 to 50. I don't even think that much, which like we are so lucky that we only got that. Pat is getting things ready for his beer. I think I mentioned in a vlog that he got a homebrew kit for his birthday from his parents, and so it's basically been brewing for a couple weeks now, and he just was rinsing out the bottles. So we have the bottles. I guess this can make 5 gallons?
It makes 5 gallons.
5 gallons of beer.
It's about 224, 2 cases.
So we have 12-ounce bottles and then 22-ounce bottles. So he rinsed them off. So he wants to bottle them tomorrow. And yeah, other than that, we're just continuing to watch the news to see what Matthew is doing kind of north of us. The worst is pretty much over for us. And honestly, like, I'd so much rather be more prepared, over-prepared for an underwhelming storm than not prepared at all. It's underwhelming inland. Let me rephrase that. It's a deadly storm. Where we are, luckily, it was underwhelming. Grayson and I are hanging out while Pat is doing stuff for his beer. What are you doing with Dad's shoe? What are you doing with Dad's shoe? Is that you? We are all very safe and sound, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Well, Daily Fam, we are all safe and sound still. So Pat is just taking the dog out. Grayson is down for the night, and we are so fortunate and lucky to have only been afflicted with like tropical force winds and minimal rain and basically little to no damage whatsoever. A few small branches came down. Our yard is littered with leaves and things, but honestly, when you look at the extent of the damage in the Caribbean islands, Haiti, Jamaica, the Bahamas, it is incredible. The damage that was done to our east coast, all of our barrier islands, Those people had mandatory evacuations. I'm sure if you don't live under a rock, you've seen the news. You've seen what they're reporting, just the extensive damage due to flooding and the storm surge and everything like that. We are so fortunate and lucky to have literally escaped this storm with nothing more than a few small branches down in our yard. I am going to end Vlogtober day 6. I was a little worried last night that we would not have power, and so I basically did Snapchat kind of throughout the day. It's just very eerie. It was eerie before the storm rolled in, and it's kind of eerie now, but I am just so happy and fortunate that my family is okay, and we basically just had a day inside hanging out with one another. So okay, I'm gonna end Vlogtober day 6. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.